got the fish. Some darters. And a mystery fish that I think is a stoneroller. You can see they are looking good. Just acclimating them right now and then we'll release them. This is nearly a week later from introducing the fish into the aquarium, and everybody is doing amazing. They just got done feeding, and yeah, so I had a little bit of worries about the stoneroller and the fantail darter just because I wasn't seeing them eat, but then they eventually warmed up and started eating. So you can see that's a finescale stoneroller right there. This is the only fish in the tank with a swim bladder. And he's definitely, like, you can see what he's doing, that like scratching thing, and I'm a little worried about him when he does that because I don't know what it means or anything. I think it might just be like how the water is, but otherwise, like, he's completely healthy other than what he's doing right now, and he is definitely very energetic. He'll go up against glass and then here's the fantail darter. This, you can see I just fed him, so he's got a real fat belly. I actually think this might be a female just because the colors aren't as dark, but it also could be the sand. But yeah, I only have one fantail darter, and then I have this male rainbow darter, and I believe I have two females. Or no, sorry, that's the orangethroat. But there's a female orangethroat. And then there's the other female orangethroat, and then this is the male rainbow darter, and I believe this one might be a female rainbow darter, although it does have more patterns than my other female rainbow darter, so I'm not entirely sure if which species that is, but you can see that's the male orangethroat right in there. Or is that the rainbow? I can't. Yeah, no, here's the rainbow. He's the biggest fish in here, but this, I guess I should say, the stoneroller is, but the biggest darter. Stoneroller will get the biggest. He'll get around like 6 inches, I'd say, but that's gonna be a while. But yeah, I mean, this thing is doing amazing. The leaves in here, you might have noticed from my previous video about this tank when it was cycling, I didn't have any leaves in here, but I decided to put them in here because I went to where I was collecting, and there was just leaves all over that, all over the stream. Like, they had tons and tons of leaves, so I brought some home because that's obviously what the darters have in their habitat, and I want to replicate that as much as I can. So, but yeah, I mean, everybody's doing well. I have a power head on. Like, I have one of these Bluetooth magnetic drive power heads. I believe it's an AI Nero 3, so the smaller version. And yeah, I definitely went overkill on the power head, but I didn't want it to heat the tank, because it's such a small tank. It could probably heat it to where the fish wouldn't do well. I do have a fan on the tank just to keep it cool. It doesn't really do much, but I feel like it might do something. I'm hoping it'll do something. But yeah, these guys have been eating mysis and bloodworms very well. They like bloodworms more than mysis. I haven't really seen them eat mysis that much, but they also, I introduced blackworms in here before the fish were in here, so I think there's a blackworm colony in there, and you can also see snail eggs. So I do have some bladder snails in here, although they might have eaten them all because I haven't seen them in a while. So I think those snails are already gone, but I am planning on getting some ram's horn snails for this tank, so that'll be interesting. And by the way, the blackworms and the snails are all for the darters and stonerollers, like they're for food. So there's the female, there's the for sure rainbow darter female. And then the reason I know that she's a rainbow darter female is because she doesn't have like any pattern on her compared to the orangethroat females that have all that pattern, and that's why I'm a little hesitant on this one, because it has some pattern but not as much as this fish does. So yeah, I mean, This tank is amazing. I also collected 5 stripe shiners, which I'll do a video on after this, but I think this tank is fully stocked. I don't think I overstocked it, but it's definitely at its limit. So as far as plants go, I have some Elodea, and there's some Elodea floating at the top in Balasinaria. I'm not sure what kind. I think it's, I mean, I'm not a plant expert, so if I get this wrong, then yeah, I don't know much about plants, but I believe it's Balasinaria americanus, but like I don't know. So it was sold to me as jungle val, if that helps. But yeah, I mean, the filtration on this is just an air stone and a sponge filter, and so far everybody is doing really well. Everybody's eating, no issues with water chemistry or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, this is by far my favorite aquarium that I have. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe.